Hey everyone, welcome to our inaugural episode of Royal Cyber Partner Podcast Series, your go to destination for discussing emerging technologies and future trends related to the e commerce industries. I'm your host, Aditya, Partner Sales Manager here at Royal Cyber, and I welcome you all. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or you're already part of the family, get ready for an insightful conversation today. We are going to be covering Big AI, how Big AI products enhance the overall customer experience and help streamline operations and improve efficiency. And to talk about this today, we have with us Jordan. He is VP of Products at BigCommerce. Jordan, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for making time for us. Welcome. Jordan, would you please like to tell a little about yourself and your role within BigCommerce? And let's then dive right in.
Hey, teacher. It's a pleasure being on the podcast. Thank you for having me. And thanks for the quick introduction there. So for everyone listening, I'm the Vice President of Product at BigCommerce. BigCommerce is an e-commerce platform for both B2C or D2C brands and retailers, as well as B2B manufacturers, distributors, and wholesalers. And as a company, we specialize in servicing more sophisticated enterprise merchants with our customer set usually processing anywhere between from 20 million to over 1 billion in annual gross merchandising value. So that's just a little bit about me.
Wow, that's a great introduction, Jordan. Thanks for that. So, following on from that, let's start by setting the scene and talking about your investments in AI. Can you tell us a bit about Big AI?
Sure. Big AI, look, it's an intentional play on words. You've got big for big commerce, AI to represent obviously our investment within the AI space, but also generally to express our huge potential that we see in applying AI to commerce experiences. So, what's big AI? Simply put, think of it as a collection of AI powered tools and partner integrations that help our merchants sell more and operate more efficiently. So, for example, I'll give you an example in terms of selling more.
Yeah.
Look, it's all about applying AI to help our merchants attract shoppers to the storefront and then convert them into paying customers. And then another example in terms of operating more efficiently, it's all about
Mhm.
simplifying and shortening the time it takes for merchants to complete their tasks, such as writing SEO optimized product descriptions. With Big AI, we're partnering with Google, who are the pioneers in the AI field,
Mhm.
to bring their technology into our merchants' stores to help them improve these shopper experiences and these back office workflows.
Great. I mean, that's lovely to hear. And you have given some examples here, but can you also elaborate more on how some of the recently released Big AI products enhance the customer experience and help streamline e-commerce operation, and how do they improve efficiency?
So we started with Big AI Copywriter,
Hmm.
which helps brands write product descriptions. So, whether that be writing an initial description from scratch or improving existing product descriptions, Big AI Copywriter was really designed around that.
Hmm.
It serves simple use cases, but we've also been amazed by just how impactful it has been for some of our merchants. So imagine having, a product catalog with thousands or tens of thousands of products
Hmm.
and adding hundreds of new products to your catalog every week. We have a couple of merchants on our platform that operate that way. The work to ensure that each of those products have thoughtful product descriptions, that requires actually a very sophisticated content creation workflow and team. So where Big AI Copywriter comes in is it helps those content teams work more efficiently and more effectively. As a example, just to illustrate the impact of Big AI Copywriter,
Hmm.
just imagine if each time someone uses this on a product, it saves them just 5 minutes of time. Now multiply that by 1,000 products, and you've saved someone over 80 hours of work. That's a transformational impact. And so
Right.
that's what we've seen in terms of feedback from our customers around the benefits of Big AI Copywriter. It's really improving their efficiency. It's speeding up their task completion in terms of authoring SEO optimized product descriptions. And generally, it's also improved their general satisfaction engaging with
Hmm.
the whole copy content creation workflow.
That's really an amazing example of how your AI products, let's say big AI copywriter, is helping retailers improve their efficiency. And now what about like the helping the overall customer experience, Jordan?
Yeah, so look, we believe big AI copywriter definitely helps with the customer
Mm-hmm.
experience, but I can give you a couple more examples. So more recently, we released another AI product called Big AI Product Recommendations,
Mm-hmm.
which enables brands to provide their shoppers with data privacy compliant,
Mm-hmm.
personalized recommendations that are adjusted to their preferences in real time. So, to give you an example of some of the recommendations that are surface on the storefront, that includes things like frequently bought together items,
Mm-hmm.
other items the shopper may like, items recommended for the shopper, recently viewed items, similar items, or buy it again. So, as you can see, this is all about helping
Right.
drive a more personalized shopping experience for that shopper, that customer, and drive higher conversion and average order value or cart size for the merchant. We also have a lot of amazing partners.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to mention them as well. And they offer similar and in some cases even more sophisticated product recommendation capabilities. So some of the partners that we're working underneath that big AI umbrella, they include Playview, Bloomreach, Algolia, and Fabio.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to emphasize our partners in the ecosystem because we want to work with our partners. We know that they have their own AI investments, their own roadmaps to dedicated to improving AI, and collectively,
Mm-hmm.
we want to give our merchants that choice and ability to choose the tools that best serve their needs.
Great. Amazing how your products work in the partner ecosystem as well. And it's lovely to hear about that. And before the call, I had a chance to look at your page called AI for Commerce on your website, bigcommerce.com, right? And something caught my eye called the Big AI Predictive Analytics. What's that, Jordan? Can you spread some highlight on that?
Yeah, good prep work there, Aditya. Um, so, very soon we'll be providing our customers with predictions on their future inventory needs, as well as the future revenue of new customers. And
Mm-hmm.
so this is what we're calling big AI predictive analytics. And we've intentionally started with these two areas, the inventory needs and the future revenue,
Mm-hmm.
because we know that they're super valuable for retailers. On the inventory side, predicting inventory helps ensure merchants are stocked appropriately,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they don't want to
Right.
overstock, as this ties up capital and warehouse space, but they also don't want to understock because that can
Mm-hmm.
result in leaving revenue on the table or missed revenue. So we're using big AI predictive analytics to help strike that right balance,
Mm-hmm.
by ensuring that they have that ability to really have that insight into future inventory demand. On the prediction of future revenue for new customers,
Yep.
we actually found that we can get a pretty accurate prediction once there is an initial 6 months of order history for a given customer. Once we have that, then for that customer, Big AI uh, can actually predict that
Mm-hmm.
customer's demand for the next 6 months of revenue. It's making a prediction for each individual customer, and that
Mm-hmm.
insight can help our merchants shape targeted marketing and promotion strategies to help drive that very targeted engagement and conversion.
Very nice. I mean, that's really exciting, Jordan. So, big AI predictive analytics is coming soon. And I also saw another thing that's coming soon, which is big AI B2B code assistant. Can you give me a sneak peek into this, please?
Yes, definitely happy to give a sneak peek. So we have thousands of B2B businesses on our platform, right? At the
Mm-hmm.
start, when I did the introduction, BigCommerce is historically well known for a strong D2C offering. But in the past 3, 4 years, we've made strides in the B2B space. And right now, we are categorically the leader for B2B within that mid market and enterprise space. So we have thousands of B2B businesses on our platform. And we know that, through talking with those B2B businesses, we know that they have sales teams. And when we look at the behavior and the workflow of those sales teams, many of them deal with quotes for lead generation.
Great.
So,
I think, yeah,
there
that
you go.
sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, we locked in on lead generation
Hmm.
and we analyze hundreds of thousands of quotes. And we saw that a lot of time is actually invested in
Hmm.
manually drafting responses to quote requests. Quote requests are very, very common within the B2B space. So, you know, in the vein of AI, and in particular in the vein of generative AI, right, which has really
Hmm.
been the hot topic for the past 2 years,
Right.
we leverage generative AI to help streamline this quoting process. So we're using generative AI to draft a
Hmm.
response in that B2B brand's tone of voice, taking into consideration the full context of the items quoted within that quote request. So what that means is rather than needing to manually draft and
Hmm.
send out that quote request, that draft is actually pre-written, and that sales rep or that sales team can actually just read through that, make quick edits, and send it off. So
Wow.
that just gives you one idea, right, of
Hmm.
how we're applying AI to B2B businesses on our platform.
Great. I think, AI is the talk of the town for all the products being released. And it was a great session with you, Jordan, talking about big AI and products, how it is helping improve the overall customer experience, helping with the operation efficiency. And I think that for I will be wrapping up today's episode. It was great time with you, Jordan. Thanks for, sharing your thoughts on the latest products from BigCommerce, and it was a pleasure having you on the podcast today.
Yeah, hey, look, thanks for having me on the podcast, Aditya. If anyone has any questions about what BigCommerce is doing in the AI space,
Mhm.
feel free to find me on LinkedIn, Jordan Sim, and more than happy to connect and continue the conversation.
Thank you,
Thanks.
everyone, for joining us today and tuning into the episode. We are working hard to release more episodes down the line. Thank you. Have a good one.